Time of this recording, July 23. So, man, I feel like, number one, the ethers say I am a secret psychic. I mean, I was like so secret about being psychic because I didn't know I was psychic. So I feel like whatever giftings that I've had since birth were always latent. None of it was like really cognizant of mind. So now that I guess the heavy lifting is behind me, I'm learning more of whatever it means to possess certain type of capacities, which we all have. But apparently we come prepackaged, a little more in tune than others, a little more readily accepting of it than others. And where I'm at in my path is that I'm just now learning to awaken to whatever gifts that I have. So, me being a chosen one and a golden child, one of the golden childs, man, I didn't know what any of that meant. It was just things that I was finding out along my path. And quite frankly, I didn't care if anybody believed it or not, any more than I cared about if people believed I was being gang stalked or not, because it was like this. You know what? I'm not here to try to sway you one way or another. I'm just here to present the facts as I find them, so you will be equipped, so whenever fuck shit starts to unfold, you have a fighting chance to protect yourself and your family. Protect you up here. And then but God hid me in plain sight, And whenever I saw the fuck shit, when I say fuck shit, I'm going to categorize that. Whenever I'd seen the terrorism hidden in plain sight, I have to say, it's kind of discouraging. It can be very discouraging because if you're able to have built enough experience just to look at, your environment and take in your data and see the ratio of the overall saturation of these Nazi terrorists in the populace at large, it can be really disconcerting to the point of panic attack, because all of a sudden, because the idea of this gang stalking just seems so, bitch, who has time for that? Well, I'm going to tell you something. They built the whole fucking intravascular system for it. It's called Nazi Germany without walls, concentration camp Auschwitz 2.0. And when you begin to wake up to that, it's like, oh my God. It can be very alarming. That's why I really try to treat it with respect to others, because I went through a process. And if I went through it, I was like, man, there's your template. But I'm like, okay. And the brain farts are fucking real too. But, at the end of the day, I'm just called to speak up and speak out about my experiences, because I know it's going to be a whole lot of questions, and quite frankly, that's where I was going with it. I was very discouraged with being able to decode the overall saturation of all these Nazi cesspool gang stalkers, the death cult, right? Because that can be very anxiety provoking. And so, but my point about it is that it's really fucked up out there if you haven't realized it. But not to alarm you, it's got to understand what your quotients are in the equation, so you know how to equip yourself and move forward diligently rather than being doped, But at any rate, it's been so fucking rough. It's like whenever whenever I come to the world and they're like, everything's like inside out, upside down, that's what this is what it's like. And I don't begrudge the Truman being there. I will say this, it's fucking hot, okay? And then when I know that no matter what happens in my life, it was meant to help me. And then if anybody was able to learn anything from me in all of that time, it was fucking more than worth it, people. I win at the end of the day. And if any of you learned from anything I ever went through, I'm just all like, this is tears of happiness. Because, it's not to say you don't want to skate through life without bad shit happening. It's to say, you know what? I know shit's going to happen. And when it does, I'm going to handle it. And then I'm going to find a way to make it serve me. So what I've come to realize about this Truman thing, man, I'm all like, okay, I'll cross that bridge whenever fucking somebody comes tell me already. And motherfucker, all I want to do is shake the person's hand for reals. And I'll be like, it's like this. Give me half of what's mine. You can have the other half and give me my toy. How that works out is completely different because there's something else you guys got to understand, For anybody that ever made rash decisions about my insanity, you're welcome to it because I'm just not like the same, cut from the same cloth, because I think out of the box, but I am fucking cerebral as fuck, people. But, I really mean it whenever I say, I don't care if your haters are not in there. I don't care. I bet you're in there too, Plantersville. I fucking know it. Aren't you? Biggie dude, I bet you in there too, huh? Call of Booty, I know you gotta be in there. Fuck you guys. I love you guys. See you in the fall, okay? I am more than honored because I know that we're all pulling in this picture together. This is more than an historical time. This is a time in our era to where we're the biblical people. And we are the ancestors in the making, honeys. And everybody that's part of this story playing out, even though if you're going to be one of those fucking karmics, your legacy is preserved for everybody. And then, if you're one of the prodigal sons, prodigal daughters that come home, your legacy is preserved for everybody, etc., etc. So I could see that. I could see that. And, but I'm just happy it's coming to an end, God damn it. But I'll say this about the whole, conflict of whenever the world's coming at you. The bestest thing that anybody could do, mind your own goddamn business. I swear to God. That's what I've been doing. You know what? And I'm all like, okay, if I'm supposed to know, then God will be like, baby, come here. And then I'll know and then deal with it. And then otherwise, if I was going to chase down every Tom, Dick, and Harry that was running sideways game on me, I wouldn't have enough energy to survive. So I just chose to survive. And then meanwhile, I'm a single white female riding my goddamn coattails. You know who you are, Miss Dawn Barber. Allegedly. I know, I get it now. You wanted my pussy. Why didn't you just tell me? That solved a lot of shit. I've been like, okay, you can take a quick look at it. Now we can move on with life, right? God damn it! There's so many people trying to fucking control my pussy! So how many of you guys know about Dawn Barber? Well, anyway, she was busy defaming me. Well, I did nothing but love on that person. He's gonna put it right there because I don't know. I'm just that way. I'm just not like all you fucking complaining ass bullshit. Anyways, yeah, so I'm all like, so many components of this quotient has come together and it's careening to a fucking halt soon. And I've known one thing. that Abba, what he's doing here in this fucking story is that all he did was give the enemy enough rope to hang himself with. So whenever the world was coming at me, bitch, that wasn't none of my business. And I'm all like, okay, you guys are making me a fucking witch. How can y'all not see this? And then I can see the wheels tick behind the mind, like, she deserves this. Ooh, and I'm all like, God damn it, you bought into the Kool-Aid. Fuck. I don't stand a chance, and it's not like I'm gonna call it out and be like, so, what'd they say about me? And then they'll be like, who say what? I'm not going there. You gotta be very smart in how you handle this fucking demonic-ass game of gang stalk and gaslighting. Demonic. It's demonic. It's Nazi terrorism. But yeah, it's taken a very, how can you say? It's taken a sense of decorum to be able to articulate it in such a way that where you emotionally detach yourself from the hurt and pain it inflicts. You know, I've been at this for 25 years. I have an edge over everybody. You know? And even then, that's ongoing. And even then, I'm all like, bitches, they do this to kids. So you know what? I can remember when I was about 9 years old and 10, whenever alopecia came to settle in my life big and bad. And so, nature versus nurture, my parents didn't understand why I was missing all this hair. I wasn't going to say. But some of my friends at school asked me if I had mange. And I was like, what the fuck is mange? And they're like, oh, that's mange. God damn it. But, dude, I lost my train of thought there. It'll come back to me. But at the end of the day, basically, I'm just all like, y'all should have talked to me. You should have talked to the person. I mean, that's the problem with society. It's like, you know what? This is my line in the sand. This is my acid test when dealing with fucking narcissists, which is what's happened here. It turned out to be a narcissist fucking like goddamn candy. I'm like a delicacy to these assholes. Not to and once they have a taste of my pussy, they fucking never leave me alone. It's true. Okay, I gotta fill my own cup. But this is how I deal with them. If I have to deal with them, an armed society is a polite society. So I always ask them, you know what? Because I know they're there to railroad you with, their devaluing, their verbal manipulations. I'm always willing to deal with them, but put it in paper, document that shit, and then we'll take it from there. And then so I'll document it. I've done that to family members because I felt like, dude, you're playing a real ugly game here, and I'm gonna have to document this. So if I need it for the future, I have a leg to stand on. So you know what? I got a fucking novel when it comes to Barbara Regali and how she's able to like procure favor in her corner without even talking to me, denying me my rights. And the woman that she pulled in to fucking cover her ass against me. I'm just gonna summarize. My rights were violated at a woman's center that I went to go get fucking help from while being abused in the family dynamic and situation. So fucking Barbara interjects her fucking fat ass with her fucking best friend and crony, who is director of the goddamn fucking women's shelter. Dude, that was so against HIPAA, so against HIPAA. And none of them would address any of my letters I asked. I'm like, wait a minute, the bylaws here say you have to ask permission first from the, that would be me. And they just bypassed right over that. And one of my friends had said, you know what, if I were you, I'd get out of there. Because the next question was, what the fuck was her objective for it? Oh yeah, CPS. I mean, because, strategy, chess versus checkers. So I had to put a wedge between me and my kids when it came to Barbara when the kids were small, because I was victimized from her way back then. But I do have a copy of the letter that I actually sent to her, outlining our problems as I saw them and what I was willing to do to help protect her place amongst her children as grandmother. Well, you know what she did? She fucking just used it for toilet paper and just waved it around to the family and said, I was crazy. Here's the proof. And I'm all like, and they all went with it? I'm all like, really? Well, then, they don't want to talk to me? Then I just exercise my right to get away from lemon fucking shallow thinking people. But the fucked up thing about it is that Barbara fucking did this fucking throughout Texas all the way to fucking Washington. And how many idiots backed her in this shit? I mean, okay, I got fucking Barbara, okay? Right, okay, so she's fanatical about my pussy. I'm her fucking ex-daughter-in-law, and she has like had this weird thing of fixation on me. But that's not even the weird part. The weird part is how everybody throughout the fucking country backs her on that. I mean, has all the gang stalking. That's the fucking mystery I don't really get. Anyways, that's pretty much what's been going on in my life as a fucking targeted individual. And I'm all like, okay guys, how long are you gonna back this crazy woman, Barbara Christine Lyles Regali? Because she's like the evil one. I mean, fucking Medusa? That's the head right there. You chop that head off and most of this gang stalking effort will just kind of diminish. But the question is, there needs to be abolishment for gang stalking altogether. Because I'm not the only one this happens to. And children can be very difficult to go to school with. But throw in fucking miscreants that were bred to be parasites with the gang stalking in school, and I've seen these teachers go bananas. It's not a safe world at all right now, people. This is a fucking covert world war. It's been on for 25, 30 years. That's not a fucking indulgent thing to say. Because you know what? Given the right circumstance, bitch, I can fucking write a book on this. I swear to God I can. And then when I do, I'll put it right there. Anyhow, thank you for listening. Just documenting more of my thoughts as I go along my journey over here. I just been very, I don't know, very happy. Very, very, very happy. Because I know the clock ticked, the wheel fucking ticked. But I'm just going to step aside here, and as I'm like talking about my personal accounts, whenever I left Houston, one of the images that I scribed in my pictures was a fucking wheel of life. Bitch, I didn't know that was a wheel of life. And then, you know, at the top of it, there's like the symbolism. I know what's beyond that. It was like God showed it to me. And I'm like, that I know a land of milk and honey. It's just like fucking right there. And no, it does not tie to a man. It's tied to everything I've already earned. You know, so in whichever way that may come, I might have to fucking panhandle another 2 or 3 years before it happens. But God damn it, I know it's gonna happen, okay? But between here and there, I'm just very called to share all of my visceral experiences. Because I don't even want to come back to the trenches. I want out. But once I'm out, I want to be able to capture how I fucking felt. Because I look forward to the day. How I feel is just a fucking faded memory. But until then, you know what? I might be stressed out. But god damn it, I got a really nice noggin for this. I feel so fucking free, you know? I think we all spend so much life trying to conform to others around us that when we conform to that, we end up physically hurting ourselves. I mean, if it doesn't come out, you know, in obvious ways, your body pretty much will tell you. And if you have a lot of unresolved hate, that comes out in cancer, from what I'm learning. But anyhow, thank you for listening. I appreciate it. I'm like, I know I was about to bust me soon, so I'm like, I better fucking take time and document some more. Thank you all for listening. And thank you all for subscribing. And thank you for all for taking the time to listen. Just the fact that you guys listen has always made me feel really safe. Thank you all.